Welcome back.
What's up, females?
What's up, ladies? If we looked at the analytics of this podcast, it would have to be, 1% woman, maybe?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And maybe your mom.
Yeah, my aunt.
Yeah, my aunt who pity watches.
But welcome back, First and Inches. We're back. Week 9 NFL Pick'em.
Yes, we're doing this bright and early Thursday morning.
We want to get this out to you so we get the whole slate of games in. We recorded Saturday last week. We didn't get the Thursday night pick in. Would have boosted my record by one pick, I think. I would have definitely picked the Bucs with the 8.5 or 9.5, whatever it was. Beyond the point.
Yeah, we had a beautiful, huge Hungry Man breakfast
we went to the diner.
I'm feeling juiced.
I'm ready to go. Yeah, I had some eggs, home fries.
Go crazy.
We're not here to talk about eggs and home fries, though.
I'm going absolutely mental on this slate.
We both got crushed last week. Let's get right into it.
Listen, I was 5-8-2. You were 4-9-2.
Yeah, it was bad.
We don't hide from it.
We can't hide from it. It's on the internet forever at this point.
It's our first week back. Whatever.
Yeah, we're rusty a little bit.
Let's head to Thursday.
We leaned into the home dogs. I was like, home dogs were fucking 5-1 last week, and it didn't work.
Things happen, buddy. I'm not worried about our records here. We started.
I am for my pride. I want to win.
I started off about hitting 30% last year and ended up almost 50. So.
I know. All it takes is 1 week. It's the second week we're doing it.
Let's get hot.
Let's do it. Let's get right into it. Thursday night. Lead us off.
We have the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis, surprisingly great game last week.
4 tuds. You know who else had 4 touchdowns in their first NFL game?
Who?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, it means shit. Going into Pittsburgh, where the terrible towels will be waving. Steelers are -2.5. I'm taking the Steelers here.
As am I.
I'm not buying into the Will Levis hype yet.
I was thinking about taking the Titans, and I flip-flopped. I'm like, man. Because I faded him last week, and I'm not going to go against my initial gut that I don't really like Will Levis as an NFL quarterback. Mm-hmm. Maybe he proved me wrong. I'll let him prove me wrong.
If the Mayo Man comes out tonight.
If the Mayo Man comes out slinging against Tomlin, the storyline might be different with him then.
I agree.
But
Steelers are also 14-10-1 straight up and against the spread in matchups started by a backup quarterback, Will Levis.
Okay, technically, but also Will Levis really.
But he is a backup quarterback. Technically,
you're not wrong.
Yes.
So, I'm just gonna ride with the fact that Tomlin always has 9 or 10 wins every year. Short week at home, rookie quarterback. Bounce back. I was thinking about taking the Titans here.
I think that was an easy game to agree on here. I knew we would both probably come in liking the Steelers. It seems like a first and inches game.
Yeah, this is a first and inches play that will probably lose. Whenever we agree on something, I feel like it never goes that well.
Yeah, because whenever we're on the same wavelength, it's almost like some deep, dark
voodoo magic happens, and then it loses. Yeah. 9:30 game Sunday morning. We got a game in Frankfurt, Germany, I think. And a banger of a game, I should add.
You think the Germans actually give a shit that Mike McDaniels is actually
vaping on the sideline?
Yeah, the legend.
He's the GOAT.
We've actually called his up.
I know. We were on. I was on his. We also like Nathaniel Hackett. I said Nathaniel Hackett was going to be a good head coach for the Broncos last year. You swing and you miss sometimes. What are you going to do?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't make, buddy. Gretzky.
Corned beef and cabbage play for this game.
Wow.
1-0 last week. I was 4-9-2, but corned beef and cabbage play cashed with ease. Panthers money line plus 150.
Love that.
Not with ease, I should say, but it cashed. Dolphins money line, corned beef and cabbage play. I think I'm just riding with the Dolphins. I think everyone's sleeping on them. They lost the Bills and the Eagles. They lost to 2 good teams. The Chiefs have not looked that good this year. This is a weird game. They have to go overseas. I think this is a weird line also. Chiefs by 1.5. Everyone's going to be on the Chiefs bouncing back. And I feel like the public hasn't really fully bought into the Dolphins as a legitimate contender yet. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, oh, they're cool against the Panthers.
Yeah.
But I think they win this game. Dolphins money line. I'm going less analytical this week. I was looking at all these against the spread trends last week. I'm just going with my nards.
I respect that, brother. I can't believe I'm doing this again. I am fading the corned beef and cabbage play.
Yeah, Jared. That's a loss.
It might be a loss, but I don't know. Dolphins haven't beat anybody good this year, in my opinion. And
I'm bucking that narrative. I still think they're a very good football team.
Chiefs are they're a good football team. I think last week Mahomes was sick. Broncos actually played pretty decently.
Yeah, their defense actually looks good now for some reason.
And on the neutral field, I'll take the short points with Mahomes.
It's fair. I think I see why someone would take the Chiefs in this as well, but
Who have the Bills beat that were good?
I mean the Finns?
No, the Dolphins.
I mean, no one really yet. They lost to the Bills and Eagles, who both have better defenses than the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know, but they still. I really just don't think they've beaten anybody really worthy.
That's not. I'm not going to really sit here and argue that, but I'm going to take the Dolphins this week.
Okay.
1 p.m. games now. This game is gross. Rams going into Lambeau. Packers favored by 3.5 at home. I'm going to take the Packers here, though. Honestly, Stafford's hurt. It doesn't seem like he's going to play this week. Honestly, I could be wrong on that. I haven't really been too up to date on his injury news, but. It was a thumb sprain, I believe. A Ripien, Darrell Henderson, Royce Freeman backfield is what made Sean McVay consider retiring last offseason. The thought of something like that happening is pretty bad. So, Packers minus 3.5 here. I think their defense kind of carries them. Maybe Love shows up a little bit. And, Packers minus 3.5. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go with the Rams here. I'm going to rip it with Ripien.
You're ripping it with Ripien?
Yeah, I think that the Packers are just in a bad spot.
I kind of agree with you, but I also think the Rams are kind of in a bad spot too, especially without Stafford.
The Rams' defense is
a Swiss cheese.
It's definitely a bottom 3. Like
it's bad. It's bad.
The last 3-4 weeks, they're probably one of the worst defenses.
They haven't been playing well, no.
So it is definitely a bounce back spot. It could be for Jordan Love in that offense, but I don't know, man. I'm taking the Rams offense. I think Kupp and Puka could just
torch
take this, take this game to
I'm
not
super confident in this Packers.
I wouldn't bet on this game at all.
No.
Puka
Nakua props could be good, but I wouldn't feel comfortable taking a side in this game, no.
Next game,
I would feel comfortable taking this side in this game, though.
We have the Washington Commies going to the Pats.
Yeah.
The Pats are minus 3.
Foxborough.
I think I'm going to take the Commanders here.
I'm taking New England.
You're going to take New England. Wow, we're really on separate ends of the spectrum.
100%. I like New England here. Hit me. Give me a logic.
My
here.
spiel is, I don't know, like Mac Jones and that team right now, especially losing Kendrick Bourne, what seemed to be their only light of that offense.
Yeah.
It's gonna take them kind of just like a while to get back to even where they were, and they were.
They're not going to get ever back to what they were.
No, what I'm saying is
the Pats.
This season they were literally like this was the roller coaster. They started off pretty good. Like Mac Jones looked amazing. Then
First couple weeks,
crap.
Yeah.
Then they started coming back, and then Bourne hurt.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, dude. I just think Sam Howell, McLaurin's been playing very well. I think
Dotson's been showing up recently.
Yeah, I just think that they have the better team.
That's fair.
I don't care about the loss of Chase or Sweat. It doesn't. It
definitely
anything.
Makes a big difference. Is there a more pathetic team in football than the Washington Commanders, franchise-wise?
Probably not.
I mean, they drafted.
The Bears?
Yeah, I would take Washington. They drafted D-line in the first round for 7 years in a row, and then they're like, "I'll take a second-round pick for 2 good edge rushers."
For the second overall.
Ron Rivera sucks. He's a dumbass.
I know. The rumors that they're going to trade for Belichick.
I feel like that would be the most Washington Commanders move of all time. I mean, also Sam Howell is on pace to be sacked the most times in NFL history this season, and if there's a coach who can scheme up a defense that will get to that quarterback, it's Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the Pats with 3 points at home here. I honestly think the Pats win this game by double digits. There's no way the Commanders' locker room gives a flying fuck about the rest of the season.
Neither do I. Don't think the Pats do either.
I think the Pats do more because they have Bill Belichick. They have an actual coach. There's an
like, does he want to really win?
Yeah, they'll probably weasel their way to like 5 or 6 wins and bone themselves out of a pick. I think this is a game they win. Pats minus 3.
I mean, I could easily see it.
I'm betting on their defense and Belichick. Washington's just in the dumps right now. Next game, Bucks going into Houston. Texans are favored by 2.5 at home against Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm taking the Texans here. This line is a little telling to me. The Bucs just played the Bills very close, and the Texans lost to Carolina,
Yeah, I know.
and they're favored. I'm going to take the Texans by a field goal here. Stroud didn't have the best game last week. I think he's due for a bounce back. Even though the Bucs have the long rests, I'm just not buying into them fully. Even though I did like them NFC South at the beginning of the year with their odds, I don't think they win this game. Texans minus 2.5.
Yeah, I agree with you heavily. Texans have the better offense right now, and I mean, I don't trust Mayfield
I don't trust Baker in the slightest.
to cover anything.
He looked good at the beginning of the year. He kind of lured me back in. I was like, maybe the Bucs are going to be decent. Last 4 or 5 weeks, it's been a shit fest.
Yeah, I mean, especially like they should really start to think about starting Trask, honestly, just to see what they have
Well,
in him.
I don't think they would do that yet. If they rip off another 3 or 4 losses in a row, I think they will.
It's like it's getting to the point
They
where
have
like,
nothing committed to Baker.
he's so erratic, you know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Like, you never know what you're gonna get.
That's a great word to describe him, is erratic.
Like every snap is completely different than the last.
100%. And he's kind of predictable. He rolls out to the right, loves like throwing on the run. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Texans and my boy Nico here. I mean,
Nico, Pico, and CJ.
Kai Fairbairn to win. You know what
By
I'm saying?
3.
Yeah, by 3.
Hit the 2.5
Cash,
last second.
easy.
I like that.
Next game.
Yeah.
Arizona Cardinals going to the Cleveland Browns.
The dog pound.
Browns -8. I'm gonna ride with the Cardinals here.
As am I. We're agreeing on a couple picks now.
I just honestly think PJ Walker is trash. He's a turnover machine.
Yeah, I'd also after last week, nothing is going to convince me that the Cardinals are not going to be like 13, cover every game the rest of the year.
Exactly. So it's like 8 points is a lot, but like the Browns defense is great. They'd have to score probably like 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah,
for
I
this to
don't.
cover.
Giving the Cardinals with 8 here.
Me too.
The Browns D is good. They got lit up by Minshew. I mean, rookie quarterbacks with no film sometimes are tough. Well, look at Levis last week. Obviously, Clayton Tune wasn't the prospect Levis was. He went like the 5th round.
Yeah.
But still, the Cardinals just need to run the ball. They're a scrappy team. I think they'll cover 8 points here.
I think they'll easily cover.
I think the Browns are a good team. I don't think they're a good enough team to confidently say they're covering more than a touchdown, especially without Watson.
With PJ Walker.
Yeah. Bears going into the Superdome next game in this 1:00 slate. Saints are favored by 8.5 points at home. I'm taking the Bears here. I mean, my only logic is here, you can't give me a chance to fade Derek Carr 8.5 points also and not expect me to take absolutely nuke that.
Yeah.
I'm riding with Tyson Bagel until the day I fucking die.
I don't know, dude. I'm going with the Saints. I just think Bagent is
Ass. Yeah, he is ass, but so is Derek Carr.
I think he's a shit fire.
You think he's a
And
dumpster fire?
The Saints just have to play mid football at best to cover this spread.
Is their offense good enough though?
Kamara's been great.
He's been just a volume hog. He hasn't been really super efficient.
I saw like Rashid Shaheed has been like wide
Rashid
receiver
Shaheed's a
7
beast.
since like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's a dog. He put up like 20-something points last week.
Olave, obviously.
Michael Thomas. Obviously the Saints have much superior talent on their roster.
Yeah. So,
I'm just riding with the Bears. I'm still not a Saints believer. They're Jekyll and Hyde to me. Derek Carr is Jekyll and Hyde.
I know. He'll probably
Bears
have
with
the
8.
highest ADOT of the week and lose by 20.
Yeah,
That'd be weird.
I just really don't trust the Saints. Even though I was on them last week, I had a feeling they were going to beat the Colts. But I don't think they lose this game per se. I'll take the Bears with 8.5 though. Getting down to the end of this 1:00 slate here.
Yeah.
Last 2 games. This is probably the game of the 1:00 slate, in my opinion. This might be the game of the day until Sunday Night Football, I would say.
Yeah, besides the 9:30 game, I agree.
Yeah. Seahawks going into Baltimore.
There's a mitzvah play on this.
You got the mitzvah play?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Our first mitzvah play of the year. We had our first corned beef and cabbage play. I'm doing
It
a corned
cashed.
beef and cabbage play every week. There's one play every week. I'm like, that's it.
Listen, I don't dish out mitzvah plays maybe every week. I just like to take it where I like it.
Yeah. You take it how you see it.
Exactly. So, Ravens -5.5.
I'm with you. I'm not fading the
Mitzvah
mitzvah
play.
play. I was on that too. We're doubling down the mitzvah
Boom.
play. Mitzvah play.
Lamar's having his MVP ceiling game. 4 touchdowns,
I love it.
1 rushing, 4 passing, and Mark Andrews 2 touchdowns, 150.
150 for
Yeah.
Marky Mark?
It's going to be a crazy game.
You think it's a blowout?
I think it's an absolute blowout.
I don't
think
know
the
if it's a
Seahawks are in
blowout,
I think
but
the Seahawks are in a downturn.
I think the Seahawks are a little bit fraudulent.
Like they're gonna start losing a lot. They're gonna start losing a lot.
Yeah, they snuck out PJ Walker by the skin of their teeth last week.
Exactly.
I'm taking the Ravens -5.5 here.
They pushed last week, pretty much, right?
No, it was 3.5. It was between 4 and 3.5. We had it at 3.5.
I bet it at 4, like actually on Sunday.
Yeah,
That's
so you
what I'm
pushed.
thinking.
We had it at 3.5 when we recorded.
Damn.
So we lost on that, sadly.
What a shame.
What a shame. I mean, the line we recite on the show is what I use for the record. It could shift during the week. We're recording this on Thursday. But Lamar does ruin the NFC. He's 18-1 against them.
It's disgusting.
I think this Ravens team is super legit. I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Zay Flowers is coming
They're
out.
just starting to get
blooming.
into it. Well, the offense is starting to get into their groove. They had a new coordinator, Todd Monken, coming from Georgia. They're finally starting to gel. I feel like they've been putting up a lot of points recently. Seahawks are kind of a media sweetheart team right now. They're in first place in the NFC West over San Fran. I mean, rightfully so. They deserve it. They're 6-2. They've had some good wins. But I'm just riding with Lamar here. I think the Ravens are the much better team. I'm going to take them with 5.5 here. I think they win this game by a touchdown plus.
Oh.
I don't know if it's a blowout, but I'll say touchdown
It's
plus.
a mitzvah blowout.
Mitzvah blowout. They're going to start throwing you around on the chair.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell's going to score a touchdown this
Keaton
week.
Mitchell touchdown?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Sprinky.
That's what, plus $8 million?
Throw twos on it.
throw 5 at it. Last game in the 1 o'clock slate. Vikings going into Atlanta. Hot Atlanta. Miko Dirty Fanta.
Oh, shit.
Falcons -4.5. I'm doing this again. I'm taking the Falcons.
Me too.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I can't believe it. I did it last week. I do it all the time. I think the Falcons have to be one of my most commonly picked teams on the show.
I think it is if we went back and picked up, like,
I believe in their
tallied
skill
up
group.
every
I
team.
believe in their skill group so much.
You're just so heavily actually invested.
Well, I just believe in their
Financially.
skill. Yes, that too. I have
So you just
lots
try
of
to-
Drake London.
You
And
try to will it into existence.
yes, I do. I do try to speak. I do believe in their skill group talent. They're just held back by Arthur Smith and their quarterback situation. That's a different point. I could talk about Arthur Smith for an hour.
You're like a 17-year-old with manifestation.
Yeah,
With
I'm
Drake London.
manifesting
You
Drake.
have a dream board with Drake London
and Kyle
Arthur
Pitts
Smith.
and Kyle. My dream board with Arthur Smith is him getting kicked to the curb and working for his.
hanging off a bridge.
That's a little bit too aggressive. Him working for his father at UPS, I was gonna say. But Falcons -4.5. They have the Hind Dog under center now. It's way better than the Riddler.
It's definitely better.
That guy fucking slings that rock. He'll let it fly at least. I mean, the Vikings are going to be starting Jaron Hall, first NFL start. I'm going to take the Falcons, even though Arthur Smith will probably give like McCole Pruitt 10 targets for no reason.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go with the Falcons just because Jaron Hall is.
Yeah, I'm fading the
I
Vikings.
mean,
It's really more of a Vikings fade in this spot right now, but of course it's the Falcons in this spot.
like Madison and Akers, horrible.
Yeah, the Falcons are. I mean, the Vikings. I don't think their offense shows up at all this week.
I think it's gonna be
Shit
This is
show.
probably gonna be one of the most boring games of the week.
Yeah, for sure. Arthur Smith's gonna have like 15 design touches to Cordero Patterson.
Yeah. So Ritter can't fumble the ball on the goal line 5 times, so they can't.
Well, they have the Hind Dog now.
Yeah, I know. So it's gonna be might be a little bit less variance.
Yeah, that's the 1 o'clock
That's
slate.
the 1 o'clock slate. We'll be back for the 4th.
Yeah, we'll be back for the 4 o'clock games. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
And we're back. 4 p.m.
4 o'clock games. We're back. I said 2 minutes. That was about what, 5 seconds?
Yeah, literally about negative seconds
Yeah,
for them.
not a lot of time. Let's get right into it. Colts going into Carolina. Colts favored by 2.5 here. I'm taking the Panthers outright.
Wow.
Keep the points. Panthers are going to win this game.
Disagree heavily, but go on.
Colts defense is not good. Bryce Young's starting to come along a little bit. I think he really starts to develop these next couple weeks. I'm going to rock with him. I think the Panthers win this game. The Colts defense is not good. Minshew is fun, but he'll probably gift them good field position a couple times. Love the guy. Sick mullet. Rocks jean shorts. Slings that thing.
Has some sort of magic.
He's a beast. I love Gardner Minshew, but I think he'll turn the ball over a couple times in this game. Bryce Young is probably the better quarterback. I'm going to take Panthers here.
Yeah, I mean, this is such an obvious Colts pick for me, man. It like screams Colts.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
I love Bryce Young, though.
I'm even doing an official tip-to-tail parlay.
What does that even mean?
I'm introducing it. It's called the tip-to-tail parlay.
What's a parlay?
It's a money lay.
A money line parlay?
So we're gonna do Colts money line.
Okay.
And JT touchdown and 100 yards. It's official.
What are the odds on that puppy?
I don't know. I didn't cook it up.
I'll cook it up
threw
right now,
together.
discuss, so
So-
we can provide our viewers with the proper information.
Panthers average 1.5 touchdowns and 138 yards to opposing running backs. I think
Okay.
this is JT's coming out party for 2023. He's been slowly ramping up.
Yeah, I think he had about 100 yards. I think he had almost 100 yards last week on the ground, if I'm
So-
not mistaken.
Again, Colts money line. JT touchdown, JT 100 yards. We're calling that the tip to tail Marley.
Marley, the Mandalay Bay.
Yep,
Let's.
tip to tail.
Well, we'll look up the odds on that. We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll throw it up. But whatever. Tip to tail Marley. It's a lock. This next game, Giants going into Las Vegas playing the Raiders.
The autumn wind.
The autumn wind is a Raider. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm taking the Raiders here.
Yeah, me too. We're
We're
defeated.
The Giants are done. I can just feel this in my plums that we're gonna lose this game. It's so obvious. How they're favored with Aidan O'Connell and an interim head coach. It's just such an obvious Giants loss. I mean, I know the Giants. This is a game they're gonna lose.
We lose to a team of teenagers.
This is a game we're gonna lose easily. I think we're gonna lose this game by like 10.
It's so depressing being a Giant fan
It's
now.
so sad.
I mean,
They lured us in so hard.
from our first
so
video,
well.
I'm wearing a Daniel
I know,
Jones cutoff.
Yeah, the intro. I have a Daniel Jones jersey. I want to fucking burn that thing now.
Yeah, we were going absolutely bananas.
I'm gonna get a Caleb Williams tattoo on my back like the Steve-O.
Just a huge one. That's
Yeah.
just fucking hysterical. I don't even really want to talk about this game much longer. It's just depressing.
It is sad. Like, I mean, they had a smoke and mirrors job last year with Dable. Now it just completely fell apart. We had a bunch of injuries. We had a tough schedule. I think it could be a blessing in disguise, though.
I mean, probably for the future. I mean,
Yeah.
Daniel Jones was obviously not that guy.
Well, we paid him the GDP of Uganda.
But we got it out in 2 years, so it's all right.
I
We'll be
know.
fine.
We'll draft a quarterback this year if we can. But Raiders minus 1.5, like we said, this is a classic Giants loss.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Last game of the 4 p.m. slate. Only 3 games in this 4 p.m. slate before the primetime
They're good
games.
though. I'm actually pretty hyped.
I think these games are pretty interesting. Cowboys going into Philly. Eagles are favored by 3. I'm going to rock with Philly here, sadly, with 3. Cowboys always split Philly, but I just think the Eagles are so much of a better football team than Dallas.
Yeah.
I just think the Eagles win this game by a lot.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I would lay the Eagles with 6.5 here.
I'm
honestly.
hitting a big bird.
Yeah,
swap.
we're rocking the bird. So we agree on
well,
most of these games.
we're bucking a
We've been
big-
agreeing lately.
We're bucking a big trend. Cowboys are 7-3 against the spread versus the Birds since 2018. So
Yeah, I feel like the Cowboys always have played well against Philly, even when we were younger.
No,
Not
they-
even back to
they
2018.
play really good. But this year it's a little different. I think the Cowboys are just they don't use their team very well. Last week, obviously, they played insane. But
The Rams also kind of
The
fell
Rams-
apart. Stafford threw a couple picks. She got hurt.
the Rams and the Eagles are 2 different beasts. So
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles here.
me too.
And now, what I think we got some really good games on this slate. Sunday Night Football. Bills going into Cincinnati playing the Bengals. Bengals are favored by 2 points here. Who are you taking?
I'm taking the Bills.
As am I.
DeMar Hamlin revenge game.
This is a DeMar Hamlin revenge game.
Yes.
Actually, where it happened too, it was in Cincinnati as well.
Yeah. Cold Thursday night.
It was a night game. I think
Yeah.
it wasn't was it a Sunday night game? It was a Monday night game.
Monday night game.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Monday night.
It was a Monday night. It was a night game.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was horrifying. Let's be on the point. I'm going to take the Bills plus 2 here. I just think that the Bengals did look really good last week, but I think the Bills are just as good as them. I'll take them with 2 points. I think they could win this game.
Yeah, this is a classic Vegas.
Reverse psychology trap line.
1,000%. Just
This is the first and inches patented reverse psychology trap line.
this is a recency bias line.
100%.
So, that's all that needs to be said. If you know football, you know the Bills are going to play the Bengals extremely well.
Yeah, the Bills always play up and down the competition, I feel like.
If
And
anything, they'll lose by 1. I'm not even
I'm
joking.
taking the plus 2, yeah. I don't know if I'd probably take them outright, but for the purpose of the show, I'm going to take them with
Plus
2.
2, yes.
This
yes.
game should be a shootout. I'm very excited for this one, actually. I'm just going with my
Me
gut
too.
and the Bills.
Me too. I'm glad we agree. Chargers, this is Monday Night Football.
Yeah, last game of the week.
Why do they have to put the Chargers on prime time?
They should have
2 weeks
flexed.
in a row?
They should have flexed this game out of Monday night. Well, the Chargers are on. Yeah, prime.
When
They weren't
Chargers-
on Monday night. But
When Chargers are on prime time, Aiden doesn't watch.
no,
And
Especially Chargers,
when the
Jets.
I'm not watching this. I'll tell you that right now.
That's fair enough.
Chargers minus 3.5 going to MetLife. I'm going to take the Jets plus 3.5 just because for the simple fact I'll fade Herbert every week. I don't care.
I'm taking the Chargers here, actually. I just am not buying into the Jets still. I mean, this sounds like a salty Giants fan, which I am. They shouldn't have won that game last week at all. They almost lost to the most pathetic team in football.
But then again, like, there was no winner in that game. I don't care.
No, I'm just saying the Giants are pitiful, and the Jets had no reason. They had no right winning that game. I think the Chargers win this game pretty handily. Zach Wilson makes a dumb mistake. Give me the Chargers here. I don't like taking Herbert either. I'm not his biggest fan, but I'm going to fade the Jets here.
I'm taking the Jets. I think they've beaten better teams.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely could. The Jets could easily win this game.
Especially, like, Jets defense versus Chargers in the fourth quarter. Like, come on, bro. It's going to be, like, weird.
That you're probably right now that
You're
you say it like
vomit.
that. I'm not going to flip it, though.
Oh, don't flip it. But what I'm saying is
I
Monday
hate the
night,
Jets.
you're going to be like...
I said the Commanders are the most pathetic franchise in football. Jets have to be right there, too.
I don't know, dude. I think they're on the up and coming, low key.
It happens every like 5 years. Like, oh, they're on the up and coming, and then they're just terrible.
No, but this time I think they actually have some pieces.
Okay, but Aaron Rodgers after next year, what
But
do they do at
I'm
quarterback?
talking about
Do they pay Garrett Wilson
and
Sauce?
That's a great start.
Do they want to stay if they don't do shit
I
the
don't
next
know,
couple
but
of years?
They definitely need a quarterback.
Yeah, Rodgers will be
they're-
back next year, but what do they do after that?
I think
Zach?
they're light years ahead of the Giants, honestly.
Light years is a stretch.
We don't have one skill player
Oh, skill players, sure.
close to Garrett Wilson.
Our defense is very good.
Our defense,
Both of our offensive lines stink.
Dex is better than what's his name?
Quinn Williams, yes.
But like we don't have a corner like Sauce.
No. We have a pretty good secondary, though.
But they also have like Bryce Huff who is good.
The Jets have a better roster for sure. Light years is stretch. We saw that Sunday. If the Jets' roster was light years ahead of the Giants, it would have been
I
us by
just think
20.
they're set up in a better situation than us.
Probably.
For the first time in a little bit.
Oh, if the Giants get Caleb Williams this year, then that flips that narrative real quick.
Yeah, it does. 100%.
So-
That's a big if.
We got a little sidetracked there. Thank you guys for watching. That's a
Yes.
week 9 pick 'em. Let's hope we don't go 5 games under each this week. That would be good.
Who knows?
Who knows?
You have to find out.
But like and subscribe. We actually are starting a little blog. We're going to be writing some shit.
yes, we'll put it in the
Yeah, we'll put all our stuff in the description. Twitter, our blog, our TikTok. We're trying to be more active. We've been slacking a little bit.
Yeah.
We want to get back on because we know we love our fans. We love you guys.
We're trying to hit the medias hard.
Yeah,
this
dude.
month,
I'm trying to get on the internet. Dude.
I'm trying to make
I'm trying
some
to
money
yell
with this
into. I'm
shit,
trying to
so-
yell into the void about sports.
I don't want to use my degree. Please. Please.
I mean, I just like doing this. If you guys,
Yeah,
if we make money off this, that'd be
This is our
pretty
passion,
sick.
so-
Yeah, I just love yelling about sports into a microphone. It's fun.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Later.
Peace.